Hey, what's up? You know, I gotta be honest with you. I love hearing ignorant people talk. The true colors always shine through. Too bad for P. Diddy, though. He doesn't have one of those solid gold grills he can stick in his mouth and then lock it shut with a platinum padlock and then drop the diamond-studded key through a D Street sewer grate. Instead, he decides to open his racist mouth and told all of us that he sincerely believes blacks are a bunch of crime-loving crackheads. I know, he is black. So why is he talking so much crap about his own culture, you might ask? In most instances, the answer is simpler than it seems. He actually believes all blacks are a bunch of crime-committing crackheads. There's one thing I hate doing, it's putting words in somebody's mouth, so let's hear it straight from the mouth of the hater himself. Speaking to Sarah Palin, next vice president, he says, "Sarah, you need to be down with the whole cabinet." Alright, hold on just a second. What do you think the word cabinet means? It's not something the vice president's got to be down with, that's for sure. Doesn't he understand that the president chooses his own cabinet from a bunch of people who he and the vice president respects? So telling Mrs. Palin that she needs to be down with the whole cabinet means the same as if he has said, "Sarah, you need to agree with the people you already agree with." This is just another case of a rapper having trouble understanding big words. Alright, moving on. P. Diddy continues. "You're not ready to be the vice president. What's the reality in Alaska? There isn't even any crackheads in Alaska. There isn't any black people. No crime. There isn't any foreign policies in Alaska. You need to get versed on black policies. We are the future." End quote. Whoa, baby. You gotta give this guy some credit for being able to pack so much ignorant, racist crap into 7 tiny little sentences. So let's break it down. What is the reality in Alaska? Is that even a real question, P. Diddy? The reality is that Alaska is real. Thankfully, he helps us understand what he's talking about by telling us what reality is not in Alaska. He says, "There isn't even any crackheads in Alaska. There isn't any black people, no crime." Now, Sarah, come on. How are you supposed to understand blacks if you don't at least have a few crackheads in Alaska to relate to? Is P. Diddy freaking nuts? I mean, that's what he's saying. Unless we miss the point that we don't have any crackheads without blacks, he clarifies by telling us that without blacks we also have, quote, no crime. So let me get this straight, P. Diddy. Black people equals crackheads equals crime? Is that what you're saying? Sure sounds like it. That's messed up, dude. So let me ask you a few questions, just to be sure I understand black people as you see them. Mr. P. Diddy, if I were, say, to go to a black Christmas party and they were passing around white elephant presents, and I wanted to be absolutely sure that whoever got my present loved it, what should I bring? Maybe a crack pipe? Maybe a 9mm gat? Who wouldn't want that? You know? Maybe I should bring a dime bag and a couple of blunts. Let's say, for example, hypothetically speaking, that 2 guys came up to me and both told me they were black, but only one of them was really black and the other one was an imposter. How could I make sure I knew who was the real black guy? Maybe I should put my wallet on the table and then pretend like I'm turning around to grab something, and then let the black guy, the real black guy, take my wallet and run, and then when I turn back around, the imposter will be revealed because he'll be the only one left standing there. Let's say, for example, P. Diddy, that a young black girl decides to get married to a young black man, assuming, of course, you believe that black people still do that. Let's say they're walking to the courthouse to get their marriage license and he gets hit by a car, dies instantly, very tragic, and she, just bewildered with grief, tries to find ways to remember him and remember the memory that she had of him. What should she do? I mean, should she wear his standard prison issue clothes as pajamas? Or maybe she should read that letter every night, that really sweet letter he wrote to her from cell block D. Or maybe it'd just be easier if she poured a little 8-ball on her pillow so she could remember what her man always used to smell like. Dude, P. Diddy, I think you're a freaking ignorant idiot. I don't know who you hang out with. The black people I know, they're respectable, they're loving, they're law-abiding citizens, they care about themselves and other people, they're honest, hardworking. I don't think you represent any black people. I don't think you should listen to any of your stupid politics. I think you're a disgrace to your own race. And I think if I was black, I would take all your CDs and chuck them out my window doing 75 down the freeway. And then I'd go home and delete all your songs from my iTunes library. And then I'd write Mr. Obama and say, hey man, you're a freaking idiot for letting this hater speak for you. And so anyways, you're a retard, man. Now for all of you other people out there who want to hear it straight, go to hogblognews.blogspot.com. That's hogblognews.blogspot.com. And good talking to you. Peace out from the Eric Man.